Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in again today. If you haven't already, I would love if you were subscribed over on my channel for 2024. I'm going to be posting so many videos depending on what requests I get through. At the moment, lots of people are requesting more paper squishies and more clay tutorials. So I'm back again today with another a paper squishy. I do have a whole bunch coming next week. I think I'm going to do a paper squishy week back to back, just like a paper crafts. There might be one or two that's like made from paper that aren't squishy, but definitely stay tuned because I haven't obviously made those yet. But definitely leave any requests that you have down in the comments down below, because I do read them all and I am going to be making videos that you actually want to see. So yeah, like I said, just let me know. I will see what I can do, see what I come up with, and see what ideas flow through. But today's video is on how I made this little avocado guy. Do you see him? Do you know what? I'm actually in deep regret that I put tape on this. It looks so much better without the tape and I'm really annoyed about it. I feel like I messed it up. But he's got this little button, which is really fun and I really like it. It's kind of like a little whack-a-mole, except it's for his little kind of like avocado stone or pit, whatever you want to call it. I just really like it. So yeah, pop that back in there for safe storage, because otherwise I get really addicted to pressing that little button. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, can give it a like and subscribe if you're not already. So enjoy.
So first of all, you're going to need some paper. I folded mine over so that I had two of the exact same shape once I cut it out. I should have done this afterwards so I didn't get pen through it, but it didn't matter because the back was going to be covered in a dark shade anyway. But anyway, I folded the paper, then I drew out this circle, coloured it in the brown. I don't really like how dark this came out, but I don't have a lighter brown pen. I definitely need to go art supply shopping and buy some new coloured pens for all of my paper squishies to come, because these just are not cutting it. I wish this was pastel, but what can we do? It's fine. I then took a medium green shade of this Sharpie pen. I'm using Sharpie pens at the moment because they're blending better on my paper rather than just normal markers. But yeah, like I said, I do need to find some more, and some like new branded ones, so I will keep you updated on that. If you stay tuned or have any recommendations for markers, then definitely let me know. So I coloured it in the avocado shade in that medium kind of green, like I said, and then took a dark green and put the edging around it just to make the kind of like avocado skin or shell, whatever you call the avocado stuff on the outside, and then I cut it out. Obviously, as I folded it, I had two shapes the exact same size. With the back one, I just coloured that in the same dark green that I did the edging in, because this is obviously the avocado skin, so it needs to be in a dark green, match the edging on the front. I then took a strip enough to go all the way around the avocado and just kind of did like 1 to 2 centimeters. I think it's closer to 2 centimeters in the center of that, colored that in the green shade as well, because this was going to make the sides of the avocado. So then along the edges I kept them plain just to save the pens, and I cut this little triangle like pattern so I was able to bend and fold it around and smooth it around the edges of the avocado and glue that down into place and making nice curved edges. You will see that in just a second. As you can see, I'm going in with my hot glue gun along the edges of that back piece to begin with. Lots of that on there. You can use double-sided tape if you want to, and then you just want to curve around the edges just with those little kind of like triangles folded in so it has something to secure it. Once you go all the way around, just snip off the edges, take some hot glue and just hot glue that down to that. If you're doing this with kids, you definitely want to take over the hot glue part, because I burnt myself a fair few times. If, like I said, you're doing this with kids, then maybe even double-sided tape will probably be your friend here. Like, that might help out. You might want to put double-sided tape on those triangles, cut that, and then they'll be sticky from the get-go. So with the avocado stone or pit, whatever you want to call it, I then took my scissors and just cut out the circle inside of that edging, so I was still left with the outline of that. And then I made another kind of strip of paper and colored that all in the brown shade, and then covered that in tape just to add a bit of extra kind of like security, a bit of extra strength to it. I probably would recommend doing this with card rather than paper, this part, like the actual button of the avocado. The whole thing would work well in card. I don't really have any of that available either, so maybe I need to buy some of that, but I just covered mine in tape to just reinforce it, and then yeah, that worked out fine. I made the tube out of the strip, and on the end of the strip I also just drew out a circle big enough so that it would cover the hole on the avocado. So I actually used that as a template, and then yeah, I used the kind of tube as a template on that as well, just to make sure that it would all fit in nice. So yeah, I cut out that circle, stuck it to the little tube to make a little button, and then I assembled together the rest of the avocado. So I just basically took those triangles on the top and then just hot glued on them and stuck the kind of final base bit on top of that. Once I'd done that, I cut 2 long strips. These are like 30 centimeters, basically the long side of an A4 piece of paper, around about a centimeter thick, quite thin, and then I just glued the ends of those together and just started folding them to make a little paper spring. So just folding it once on each other, folding it back on each other, folding it back. Do you know what I mean? Like taking each turn, just folding it over and over until that square shape just overlapping, and then that created the spring. So once I had the spring, I just hot glued that edge down just to make sure it wouldn't ping open, added some more hot glue onto the end, and then stuck that inside of the button that I just created. Then to attach that to avocado, I added some hot glue on the end of the kind of other end of the spring, as you can see here, and then I just popped that inside of the avocado kind of hole so that the button all lined up, and I just held that down whilst the hot glue set. Once that was done, the avocado fidget toy would then be done, but then stupidly I decided to cover it in tape because I thought I need to reinforce this, make sure it's nice and strong, but this ended up making it look messy. Just don't do this. It looked pretty enough without it, and yeah, would not recommend. Once I had done that, however, I then decided to decorate it even more by adding some faces. So I put a little kind of like tiny little black meh face on the avocado pit. Just did that with the black Posca paint pen, as you can see, so it's quite subtle against the brow, but I really like it. I then added some white highlight to that, but then I felt like the avocado itself also needed a face, so I added quite a big face to that with the white around the eyes, with the like white acrylic paint again. I painted the inside of the eyes with black acrylic paint, and then just a little mouth in the center. I was going to do this in a really happy face, but I thought that didn't really suit the character. I felt like he needed like a little shocked face, and this is what came out, and I think it looks adorable, and
as you would have seen in the intro, this is what it turned out like. Can you see? I am, like I said, in deep regret over putting the tape on. I feel like it just makes it look messy on the edges. Like, do you see? And the back, oh my goodness, let's not even talk about the back. The back looked nice without the tape, and then I just sort of ruined it because I felt like it had to look like the little button. It doesn't matter, but yeah, the button is really satisfying. Like, I could do that all day. Eventually it does stop because there's like a bit of hot glue on the back which definitely catches, but that stops me from staying here for hours because I could just keep tapping that. He does pop out again, but it does give a natural stop to it. So if you want to avoid that, definitely make sure to avoid getting any hot glue on like this kind of edge. But other than that, he's all good. I think this concept could work really well on a mini whack-a-mole. I think I might do that eventually. So there's an idea. But I really like him. I think this would work really well on like a little egg design as well. Here's the little paper spring that he's on. Look at that. I think that's really cool actually. But I think a little fried egg as well. Like, imagine if that was white and then that was the yolk. I think that could work really well. But yeah, there's the squishy. Hopefully you enjoy it. I think this is more of a fidget tool or a fidget toy than a squishy, but you know, I can't stop pressing it. It's so cute. It kind of looks like a little coconut, doesn't it? But yeah, anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. If you have any requests, like I said in the intro, then definitely do let me know, and I will see you very soon for another video. Tomorrow's it's going to be clay, by the way. It's fantastic. The shiny coat's now drying. Can't wait to get it complete because it's adorable. So just a heads up there. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you then. Bye.